Okay, hi, hello everyone. Let me know in comments if you're able to hear me clearly. Okay, let's go over what the position is. Let's see. Okay, so we took a straddle this morning since the market was doing a decent gap down, right? So I took a straddle 45,700, if I remember correctly. Uh, yeah, 45,700 call and put is what we took. Uh, then we rolled down the straddle to 45,600. Then it went to 45,500. Now we are at a triangle for 45,300 and 45,500 on the call side. Currently, I'm using price check of 66. So if the call goes above 66, it will risk off. If the put goes above 66, it will risk off. Right? So that's the setting that I'm using right now. And a price difference of 28. Currently, 28 will not apply, as in it won't come into picture because we are first planning to risk off, and then a 30% will result in a new price difference value, which should come around, I'm guessing around 18. And that's when I will use that in case if the fall is continuous, right? Or if the rise is continuous, either ways. The position is slightly skewed, not much. If you look at the call value is a lakh and a put value is 1,37,000. So there's a only 200, 300 quantity difference, right? Not much. Yeah, we just have one rule for 46,500. When it's less than 3, I want to buy. Yeah, that's okay. This I don't need. On the put side, I already have extra hedges, so I'm not gonna try and do anything. I'm gonna just leave some rule for buying the hedges at 3,600 quantity in case if it's less than 2 rupees. I have a bad throat, so please bear with me. I may go on mute for a extended period of time, but I'll share the screen and I'll just talk about when there's an adjustment or when I'm changing the settings. Okay, so the settings says irrespective, right? Both the automations will work. It's just that the way I've set it up right now. So let's take an example that market starts falling, right? The market starts falling. 16 points is what it needs to gain. Roughly, it's at 50. So if it goes to 66, what it means is the put goes to 66. Will the call give up 16 points? Most likely no, right? So let's assume that the call gives up 14 points. Right? Currently, it's quite balanced, right? So it's like 57, 58. So 9 out of 10 times what will happen is I'll maybe make it 64 to just be 100% sure, right? Because 64 will touch before the difference between the call and the put prices is more than 28. So that's the reason I'm saying the price check will come into picture first, because that will ensure that the put, in case of a market falling, risks off first. And if the fall continues, only then, because of an auto update with an LTP of 30%, the new price difference will be calculated, and that price difference will ensure that the call can then come closer. So this price difference, I can currently leave it unchecked, right? It's just that I'm planning for the next move. In case if there's a sudden move on the downside or the upside, the price check will ensure that my position is risk off. But after the risk off, what if the move continues, right? So that's where I leave the price difference with the setting such that 30%, just in case, even after risking off, if the fall continues on the downside, I want the call to come closer. And in order to do that, I've already set the combined LTP at 30%, and I'm leaving the price differences on. I hope that answers your question. So I'm trying certain few features right now. You'll see these things are not currently available. This is more of a test build that I'm working on right now, uh, where I have some rules which I'm playing around with. So the combined LTP price works in such a way. So let's say if I make this as 90%, right? And I do a refresh right now. What's going to happen is it's going to look at what is the LTP of both, right? And based on the LTP, the combined LTP, which is let's say 40 and 50, it's a 90. 90% of 90 will automatically come up here. So if I click on refresh right now, you'll see the value changes to 81 because 90% of 90 is 81. So when an adjustment will happen at that point of time, also this will come into picture, or when I click on a refresh. Right, so I've done 30% again and it changed to 26. I'm going to make it 35 and refresh. It's going to change to 31. Right, so it's taking the LTP price and combining that, you putting a 35% of that combined value and using that as a new price difference value. So now if the market continues to move up, first thing that I'm trying to do is I'm going to risk off, because if it goes to 64, I want to risk off. I'm quite close to the spot. Yes. Okay, I'm just reading the messages on the phone as well. Okay, so the price difference, by the way, two premiums is more than 31, then it does the change. Yes. So if the difference between these two is more than 31, then the one which is at a lower price, let's assume right now if the market continues to go up, the call goes higher, and then the put loses. The difference between these two is currently shown as 14. So when the difference between the two is more than 31, at that point of time, the one which is at a lower price, in our case currently put, the put will come closer. Okay. Just to show you what my general configuration currently is, my max price currently is 250, order slicing is 900. I'm only waiting for two ticks. Right? Maximum adjustments is 29. Currently, we've had, okay, I did a refresh, so the counter went to zero. I'm not exiting hedges at this point of time, and my limit order is set to 20%. So this will protect me from free trades. Probability of this protecting is higher if I keep this value. So what I'm telling the system is do not buy anything if it's higher than 250. And when you're buying, do a market protection order with a 20%. So that's this. Let me just check any active rules. So I do have a price check, which clearly says that when 45 300p is greater than 64, move to 45,200, which is risking off. On the call side, if it's greater, then move to 45,600. So it's price difference is also specified here. Auto update is specified, and then basically we're saying what is the PNL, right? So if the profit goes below 50,000, I am trying out something here where it's going to move all the positions, shift them by two strikes. And if my target of 2,50,000 is met, it will shift all the position by one strike. But this is, please ignore this. This is not something which is currently live, and this is very experimental right now. Also, I have a few rules, right, where I've said buy 3,600 quantity of so and so put when the LTP is less than 2, and same on the call side. I'm saying 3,330 when the LTP is greater than 3. Because the call hedges, in the morning, I'd taken the hedges for 2 rupees 60 paisa. Right now, those hedges itself are around $4. Okay. So every expiry is different, right? This morning, because there was a huge gap down, there was a very good premium on the table, right? So if I look at the straddle, the opening itself today, okay, on this version, the previous and close is not coming. I'll have to close and reopen it for it to load. So then I can show you what was the open and close. So I looked at the combined premiums and decided, okay, it's better to take a straddle versus a strangle because the premiums were very, very good. Right? So, and then adjustments, we did quite a lot of adjustments in the beginning because market was moving quite a lot. Right? So there was a decent 200-point up candle and then a full reversal of that. So I was using rolling straddle to shift completely from 45,700 to 45,600, then to 45,500, and then we completely risked off and said that okay, let's move the put away because puts were spiking quite a lot. So there's no fixed rule that whether I'll be taking a straddle or a strangle. 9 out of 10 times it's a strangle, but given there was a decent gap down today and the premiums were very good, that's where we decided to take a straddle. So what we recommend people is take a trial. You can take for 15 days. See. So the question is, can the product help you save 10,000 rupees a month, or can the product help you make 10,000 rupees more than a month? Okay, so in the morning when I started the day, the range was 88, right? Because the swings were quite large and the premiums were able to compensate from the other side. So the when I started the day, the range was around 88. Then we reduced the range all the way to 7. I think at one point of time it was even 66. So it depends on how much was the premium. So based on the premium, the range is decided because I want to ensure that the other leg will compensate for the spike or the decay. So to answer your question, in the beginning it was 88. In the by in, by 11 o'clock, I think, or not even 11. I think by 10:30 we had changed it to 66, and then we moved from straddle all the way to strangle. So what's the rule for rolling straddle? So let's say I will show you if I have a straddle. Right now I don't have a straddle, but if I have a straddle, what's going to happen is I'll just take a straddle, a small quantity of straddle right here, but then it will hinder with. So I'll take a paper trade in a second. Okay, so if I take a straddle, let's say if I take a straddle, 15 paper, it's a paper trade, then I can select a range. I can say which straddle I want to roll, right? So I am selecting 45 400 straddle, and I'm saying that let the range be 80 points, right? So, and I select this. So if you go to active rule, it basically will say shift the 45 400 straddle up when the spot is above 45480. So basically, if there's an 80-point up move, so if it goes to 45 480, then it will roll it up. If it goes down below 45 320, then it will roll down the straddle. So uh, I can change this and say, okay, this needs to be, so minimum is 51 because you don't want to end up in a loop. So I would always keep something above 60. So if I change this to 60, now you'll see if the spot goes above 45 460, the straddle will roll up. If it goes below 45 340, the straddle will roll down. Yeah, so that's where you can, we'll see if the market moves, it will do a roll up, roll down automatically. Okay. I just want to check if my hedges, I'm able to get some, not yet. Yeah. So how did you decide on the price difference? Huh? So the price difference is not for current position. I have the rule checked, but I'm thinking about what next, right? I'm not looking at what is the current position. Current position will be managed by price check. After the adjustment, when my position is risked off, right, and the movement in if the market continues to move in the same direction, at that point of time, I want to bring the other leg closer. For that, I've done a 35% of a price difference. I can leave this as at 99. I don't. This has no impact right now, right? In the current position, and the main reason is because I have a price check, and the price check will ensure the position gets risked off. So I'm changing this to 61. So now if the LTP of either of the leg goes above 61.5, I'm first ensuring that it needs to risk off. So I'm going to bring this full screen because that's more important right now. I'm looking at the call rules. If this goes below 3 is when I will take. Not going to take. Maybe what I'll do right now is I'm going to add on to the existing position 600 quantity. Maybe, yeah, 660. If it goes below 2.75, I'm going to buy 2.75. Yeah. Now, when the profit goes above 1,50,000, the exit P&L will automatically change to 1 lakh because I have an auto update of 50,000. So I'm trailing my profits by 50,000. For how much time are you in the market? As in, you mean on a daily basis, or how long have I been trading? Sure. Auto update feature is to to basically ensure that your profits are protected, right? So I'll show that on a paper trade as well. So let's say if I have something here, this is a paper traded now. And so let's say I add some large quantity. Now I have, let's say, a target of 1 lakh. Sorry. Right? But I want to make sure, right, when my, and I'm willing to lose one. I'm just giving a random number here. Right? I can have a P&L checkbox check, and I can say for every 10,000, keep protecting my profit. So you'll see as soon as it goes above 10,000, this goes to zero. If this goes to 20,000, the exit P&L will change to 10,000. So depending on, right, whatever basket that you create, right? I've said 10,000. So when this goes above 20,000, you'll see that the exit P&L change to 10,000. So now if my profit goes below 10,000, it will automatically square off. Now when the profit went above 30, this went to when it went to 40, this went to 30, right? So now if the P&L goes below 30,000, it will automatically square off my position. So let's look at our live positions also. So at 61, it will basically risk off, right? Which I am completely okay with. And then 35 percentage will automatically calculate this value, and we will have a new value here. So this is something that I'm trying it out right now. This is not in life. This is more like if the loss goes above minus 2,30,000, it will automatically square off my position, and it will close the terminal as well. So it's more like done for the day. Okay. So now you'll notice, right? So this is where the important part is. You'll see that the value automatically changed to 20. Now, why did that happen? Because we said 35% of LTP, which was approximately at that point of time 24 plus 32, which is 56. 35% of 56 is roughly 20, right? So that's where it automatically updated the value from 99 to 20. Now, what this will ensure is if the up move continues, right now the difference is 10 points. But if this goes to, let's say, 40 and this goes to 20, then my put will come closer. Okay, just to show you here, at one point of time, our profit went to 60,000. That's why the exit criteria changed to 50. As soon as our profit went below 50,000, our position got squared off. So we were able to protect our profit. This is a paper trading, right? So I'm not going to say this is a live trading. This is a paper trading. The paper trading checkbox is checked. And that's where the auto update with the P&L checkbox helped us protect our profits. Else this profit have gone to zero. Right? So we're trailing it by 10,000. Hence we were able to protect our profit. Okay. Yes, we do have a complete video, right? I'll just put that in the chat. We have a playlist of all the features, and then we have a user guide. Right? So can you share the link to the user guide and the playlist? One CR is the margin deployed today in this account. So we did risk off at 62, 63, right? And we got a price of 36, right? So in that spike, we also got a benefit from 35, 36, 36.2 to now, which is at 29. So that's why our MTM hasn't moved. Yes, we will be. We are planning to add synthetic future as well along with the spot. Yes, Kotek Neo, we have a few users who've started using on Kotek Neo. We will be officially launching by end of this week or early next week. But we already have a few users who are running Kotek Neo. It's more like a pilot that we've done right now. Okay, we got hedges here. Some hedges got added. So I'm gonna just change the rule and try and shift my hedges when the pricing is better. And that would be around 2.25 and we'll buy 3,000. Only when it's less than 2.25. And for now, I think I should have decent margin. Let's see that. I'm gonna create a few rules and see if I can take the benefit of the spike if it happens. We'll do 32. We'll sell 330 quantity. Just a small quantity on 32 and 45, 300 with 33. We'll try to sell 330 quantity. So total 660 quantity is what we'll try to add on the spike, on the downside spike, and on the upside spike, if it's greater than, again here also, we'll do the same, 330. And I'll have three rules here, just in case, because my skew is slightly on the downside. So I'm gonna sell 330. So I'm just trying to see if I can benefit if there's a sudden spike in either side. Not too much, just a small quantity. Still too early to call. I think in a week's time we'll have a decent number to talk about whether it's working well or not. It's for the Kotek API. Okay, so we did get one at 31.97. I think one of the rule got executed as soon as it breached 32. So I'm going to just leave this. Now there's another one at 33. That will increase the skew a little bit more, but I'm okay with that. So only when it reaches 33 is when another 330 quantity will try to add. Okay, so what just happened? It came closer. So you'll notice that the calls came closer because of the sudden down move. The call went to 18, and then from 45,600 it moved to 45,500. The new value is 25. The price check is at 61.61. This is just to ensure if it continues to go down after 61, it's going to risk off. So now I'm back to 45,500, 45,300. So we got additional quantities on the put side, right? Now I'm going to change the rule on the call side just to see if I can benefit if there is a reversal. And this time I'm going to do 42 here. 43. And 44. So in case if there's a reversal, the calls will spike again, and I'm trying to see if I can get benefit of that. Make it 41 because we are already quite skewed here, almost 1,000 quantity. So this will give me 990 on the call side, and I'm going to add some more hedges on the call. Yeah, that's it. Okay, if the move continues, the call will again come closer once the difference between the call and the put is more than 25. Looks like the down move continues, so I think 25 would be a decent place to shift. Yeah. Okay, so the calls have come closer again. Now I'm going to uncheck this, make it 66. I don't want to shift very soon. I'm going to change this to 4400, make it 52, or maybe 55. Six. Okay. So the skew actually was hurting us because there is 1,000 quantity more, right? So every time there's a spike, that 1,000 quantity into 10 points is 10,000. So that's why that skew is actually hurting us more right now. I'm trying to see if I can add more through rules, but only on a reversal. Risk on, risk off. The risk off is basically shifting away. The risk on is coming closer. So the price check is purely risk off. I'm risking off by shifting my position away from the spot. And price difference is I'm taking more risk by bringing the position closer. That's correct. Yes, Kiranji. That's correct. Yes. So yes, I'm using price difference to risk on. Right? So That's where, because of the price difference, my call came closer. So if you see right all the way here, two times my call came closer. So from 44, so if I scroll this slightly down, you'll see from 45 600 we move to 45 500. Then from 45 500 we moved to 45 400. Both the times we were taking more risk by coming closer. The put I haven't shifted because the put I will shift only when it goes above 66 now. Price check is risk on. Sorry, yes, price check is risk off and price difference is risk on. That's correct. Okay. Okay, if the down move continues and this put goes to 66 is when the put will now risk off. Risk off meaning it will go to 45 200. Just looking at the chart to see if there's anything data points that I can read from. Okay, I think we are at a support right now. If this goes down, then yeah, there's a decent chance that we may go down by another maybe 300 points. But I may be completely wrong, right? Because my analysis, I'm never very good with analysis. I'm good with numbers. So I was just looking at, okay, where was the last support and resistance? Uh, so if this breaks another 30 points, I think the support level is somewhere around 44,980. So there's a good chance that this could go down if the market keeps falling another 30, 40 points based on how big is the candle, how large is the volume. Sure. Uh, okay, on the machine, I won't be able to. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, let me know if there's a move. I'm not looking at the screen. Okay. Okay. So if you can see my screen now. So if I zoom out, right, this is an hourly chart. Right? So I had a line drawn here, which is the long term. So this is what it has tested a few times. Right? This is where I would draw a line. And then if this breaks, right, the next level is what I'm looking at here. And the actual major support is what I'm thinking right here. So, so we are right now very close to the support. We have actually tested it once. This red candle, we went to the bottom of it. Now, if this goes back up again, I think there's a good chance of reversal. But irrespective, honestly speaking, right? I don't. So my analysis, I don't rely on analysis. I rely on what the price is telling. So let me go back to my. Okay, I can't see my mouse here. What have I done? Hmm? Yeah, the cursor is not coming once. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, back to our new screen. So what just happened? There was a reversal. We touched the support and it took a reversal from right from there. Let's see, we had a few rules. I'm gonna make this as 53. I want to take up the quantity now. I don't wanna do and 51. There's a move, let me know. I'm not doing this thing. So, Okay, so looking at the question, what's the idea behind keeping triggers? So right now the quantity is balanced. I have some margin, but I don't want to take it at such a bad price, right? The decay has already happened. Right? So we sold at 48, now it's at 38. I and I don't. I'm not expecting this to really go to 50 point down. Right? If it happens, it happens. Then at 66, the put will go move away. But I was actually hoping that this is going to go up. I was hoping for a reversal and was thinking we'll take a benefit of that reversal. We missed it by like a rupee or two, right? So it touched 50. Uh, I should have taken it at 50 also. It was a very good price. But that's how it is, right? If you get lucky, I would have taken close to 1,000 quantity at 51, 52, and 53, which average of 52, which I was okay with. So a sudden spike again on the top, this will go to 51, 52, 53 easily. That's the reason. I'm not taking it 38. Yeah, this is something which is an experimental mode, right? So this is something which is not that will I don't think so this will be released also. This is something which we are experimenting with whether this will work out or not. So the version that I'm using is not the version which is in live. This has certain things which are is currently in testing mode. Yeah, I was talking on mute. Uh, okay, so we got some hedges at 2.25, right? So now I'm gonna remove the older ones, right? I'm gonna just get rid of these. So now I have 3,300 hedges at a decent price, which was wow from yeah to okay. What did I do? Sorry. I My intention was to do something else and noticed that removed I removed the wrong leg because I was looking at something else. Okay. Yeah, so again a reversal. If this happens, go to 51, 52, 53, we will benefit from that. Okay, so I don't want to miss out this time, so I'm going to make it 50, 50, 51, and 52. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to step away from the screen for 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. If there are any questions, you can just leave the questions here and we'll try to answer them once I'm back on the screen. I'll just check my configurations once again. What I'm trying to do here is, because I'm not in front of the screen now, if I'm stepping away, my PNL is exit criteria is 1 lakh, which is fine. And I'm gonna exit fully. And I'm gonna make this as 3, have this completely. Okay, if this goes above 62, sorry, 57. I'm gonna make both as 57 and 57 because I'm not in front of the screen. That's the main idea behind it. Okay, that should be all. I think this will protect me. So if the market suddenly falls, if the put goes above 57, it will risk off. If the market makes a U-turn and goes up, and if the call goes above 57, it will risk off. The auto update on the price difference will come in to 35. When I'm risking off, I'm going to get roughly around 23, 25. 25, 25 is 50, 35% of that bring me around 18, which gives me a decent buffer to bring the other leg closer. Yeah, this is good. So we are doing a pilot with a handful of users right now, right? There are uh, who are using it on Kotek as well. Right? Uh, we will have more details. I'm also running Kotek right now in parallel along with this on my Kotek account. So far, I think there's only one thing that we've seen is frequent disconnects. And there is only one instance that we are able to connect to. We can't open multiple instances. Uh, we can always work around that. We'll see if we can find out a solution for that. But so far, the only challenge that we have is a frequent disconnects. Uh, so if that is taken care of, I think we should be okay to go all in with Kotak. Okay, time for a break. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Thank you. I think the audio should be back now. Okay, so the decay in the puts actually helped us to bring the MTM above 2. When the MTM went above 2, the exit criteria changed to 1,50,000. So now if the PNL goes below 1,50,000, it's going to square off completely. Looks like I may need to reduce this to 49 and 48 just to balance the position in case it is an up move. Changing the price check to 53 and 53. So if the prices are above 53, this will risk off. So adjustment will stop working as soon as the exit criteria is met. So exit criteria is that 1,50,000 के नीचे जाएगा अगर पीएनएल तो सारी पोजीशन स्क्वायर ऑफ हो जाएगी, right? तो फिर सब कुछ अनचेक हो जाएगा ऑटोमेटिकली. अभी मैं इसको चेंज कर दूंगा. आई एम गोना मेक इट 1,20,000. बहुत पास में हूँ मैं क्योंकि एक सडन मूव 1 लाख हो गया. ठीक है, बिकॉज ऑटो अपडेट इज 50,000. दिस इज इनफ buffer and this configuration is correct. अगर now I'm back in front of the screen so I can manage it in case of this sudden move also. Just looking at the chart to see if there's anything. Yeah, we are right at the bottom of the support. अगर ये नीचे गिरना चालू करेगा तो we'll have to take a quick action. उसके लिए what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I think I have two choices. Either I'm gonna make the put at 47.5 क्योंकि अगर सडनली नीचे गिरना चालू होगा तो बहुत जल्दी नीचे जाएगा. तो पुट अगर 47.5 के ऊपर गया तो it will risk off the put. That way on the downside because I can see काफी ज़्यादा अगर मूव आया डाउन साइड का तो काफ़ी बड़ा मूव आ सकता है. तो उससे प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए मैंने पुट को 47.5 कर दिया ताकि अगर सडन डाउन मूव आएगा तो वील ट्राई टू रिस्क ऑफ फास्ट. अभी कॉल्स में मैं ऐड नहीं कर रहा हूँ. द ओनली रीज़न इज प्राइसिंग बहुत ख़राब है, राइट. सडन रिवर्सल और दिस विल स्पाइक वेरी फास्ट. तो instead of that I'm planning to risk off faster. So there's no hard SL in the system. The SL is through the price check. A price check का SL is पुट का 47.50 है. तो जैसे ही 47.50 ब्रीच करेगा पुट अपने आप रिस्क ऑफ हो जाएगा. अपसाइड में कॉल का 53 है. जब भी 53 के ऊपर जाएगा कॉल रिस्क ऑफ हो जाएगा. यस, पी विल मूव अवे बाय 1 स्ट्राइक बिकॉज मेरा मूव बाय 2 स्ट्राइक अनचेक्ड है. अगर यहाँ पे मूव बाय 2 स्ट्राइक चेक्ड होता तो 2 स्ट्राइक से मूव कर जाता एक ही बार में. So the reason for changing it to 47.5 is because we are right now at the support. अगर वो support break हुआ तो आई एम I'm expecting a big down move, right? Another 200, 250 point. अगर वो डाउन मूव होता है तो puts will spike very fast. So that's the only reason I've changed it to 47 instead of 57 because 57 में बहुत डैमेज हो जाएगा. कॉल्स कॉम्पनसेट कर नहीं पाएंगी. कॉल्स में ऑलरेडी बहुत डिके हो चुका है. इफ यू सी कॉल इज एट 28 29, राइट? तो काफी स्क्यू है ऑलरेडी प्राइसिंग में. सो देयर इज अ फियर ऑन द डाउन साइड. उस फियर को मैं पुट को 47.5 करके आई एम मैनेजिंग कि एंड स्पेसिफिकली बिकॉज वी आर वेरी क्लोज टू द सपोर्ट, क्योंकि ये ब्रीच होगा तो पुट्स बहुत जल्दी स्पाइक करेंगे और कॉल्स कॉम्पनसेट नहीं कर पाएंगे. दैट्स द मेन. And I'm not risking off right now because maybe it will reverse from here. Right? So I'm अगर रिवर्सल आता है तो I'll benefit quite a lot. थोड़ा सा भी market downside करता है and puts us put went from 36 all the way to 42. Calls will not go below 22, right? अभी के लिए जब तक मेरा पुट दूर नहीं जाएगा तब तक आई थिंक 5 पॉइंट कॉल कॉम्पनसेट कर जाएगा, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं कॉम्पनसेट कर पाएगा. तो तब तक मुझे दूर जाना ज़रूरी हो जाता है. दैट इज़ द मेन रीज़न. I hope that answers your question, Kyle. Okay, like we were speaking कि नीचे जाने के चांसेस लग रहे हैं. अगर नीचे जाना चालू हो रहा है मार्केट, one thing that will hurt us is a big red candle downside and then a reversal candle that will basically do a slight dent in our P&L, not much. Yes, you can see जितना पुट बढ़ रहा है कॉल थोड़ा थोड़ा कॉम्पनसेट कर रहा है, बट एक टाइम के बाद करना बंद कर जाएगा. दैट इज द मेन रीजन वील रिस्क ऑफ ऑन द पुट. These calls have decayed quite a lot already. Okay, so if this goes above 47.50, we are risking off. Thing is, we are approaching 2 o'clock. So 2 baje we've seen. Okay, so now puts will risk off. Okay, my internet went down. Once. Okay, so my internet had gone down and that's why I got disconnected and now I'm back up here. So it looks like the put actually moved because I'm running on a virtual machine. It has its own internet and power. Even if my, so because of the rule, it shifted. So at 40, so we had a 47.5, but you'll see that it went all the way to 50. Okay, there's a problem with my internet connection. Let me first fix that. Okay. Okay, we got some hedges. I'm gonna square off the extra ones. Okay, at this point of time, I think there's no point waiting all the way for 47. I'm gonna make it 41, 40, and 39. In case of a reversal, we'll benefit, else we won't. Now I'm gonna make it again 57 and 57 because up the logic is price difference will come into picture. If the market keeps falling, I'm gonna make a price difference of, so 15 is fine. So down movement we shifted upwards automatically because of the price check, which was 47.5. So now the position is still slightly skewed, but because of the quantity, right? There's 1,000 quantity that I was hoping to get at a decent price, which never happened. And I'm still hoping in case of a reversal, I want to capture at a higher price. तो इसीलिए वो skew अभी भी है. So that's because we risked off calls were able to compensate to a certain extent, and that's why the PNL didn't shift much. But the problem now is if the down move continues, the puts will not give up too much. So for that reason, I'm going to make it 12 because मुझे अब calls को, sorry, calls will not give up too much. मुझे calls को जल्दी पास लाना पड़ेगा because based on the chart नीचे जाने का, अगर नीचे गया तो आई थिंक there's a good 150 पॉइंट का डाउन मूव आ सकता है. तो उस डाउन मूव से बचने के लिए आई विल ट्राई टू ब्रिंग माई कॉल्स डाउन क्विकर. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टच द पुट्स फॉर नाउ. अब अगर प्रोटेक्ट करना है तो कॉल्स को नीचे लाके प्रोटेक्ट करूंगा. So अगर अब difference is more than 12 points, then the calls will come closer. Right now the difference is only 6 because when the calls will come closer, it's going to be around 40. I think बहुत ज़्यादा skew हो जाएगा. Let me think about this. नहीं, इसको I'm gonna keep it at 15 only. बहुत जल्दी पास नहीं आना है because that would cause a problem. A sudden reversal or that's gonna hurt more. Right? प्रोटेक्ट करने के चक्कर में पता चला हम कॉल्स अभी 58 के चल रहे हैं क्लोजर में, सो आई थिंक इट्स टू रिस्की टू ब्रिंग देम क्लोजर राइट नाउ, एंड देयर स्टिल good one and a half hour left in the market though. Not trying, no, not gonna do gambling. Okay, हाँ, okay. Let me know if there's any more. I'm not watching. Okay, nothing happening. It's good. Okay. So if there's a difference of 17 points is when the puts will come closer again, right? Not before that. right, to compensate for the up move. Okay, so the puts came closer. Uh, Now it's 28.25. It's fine. We'll risk off again at 47. If either of them goes to 47, I think that's actually 44 to 44. And this one we'll make it 38 now and 37. I'm able to get it good enough. If not, it's fine. We'll look at it around 3 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna get the puts call, I think. Just okay, we've got some extra hedges now. I'm gonna remove the older ones. Okay. Price check is 44. Yeah, price check is 44. So the reason is there's a 20-point up move. The other leg will give up at least 14 points. So I'm taking a risk of 6 points because now we're very close to don't convert into a strategy. So we'll stay till 230 to 45. We'll try to stay at strangle. If the down move is there, then I'm okay to bring the calls, right? So for that reason, I'm gonna make it 30 and let's see what the value comes is 14. 14 points is 7. We'll make it 40%. Refresh 19 is fine. Because if we come closer, it's around 73, 72. This is way too risky. Coming closer means we're gonna sell something for 75, 78. So it's best to risk off for now. I think we're gonna risk off at 42 or 41. That's fine. Yeah, this is good enough. I will leave it as it is. It was 1 CR, right, from the beginning. So it's the 1 CR that I had deployed. No changes to the capital that got deployed. Okay. So the up move continues. I think 37, 38, 39. Yeah. Yes, move to 36. I think that's it. So if it touches 250, it goes above 250, this will go to 2 lakh. So if the profit goes below 2 lakh, it will automatically square up. Okay, so we got some 36, 37, 38. Now I think we rest off. Okay, good. So in the up move, we've rest off. I'm going to add more on the calls now. I think we are okay to balance it out this time. I'm going to do a price difference again of 11. So I was not looking at the screen, but the system took care of it, right? So I'm okay with this. So now we are quite balanced. I need some hedges on the call side. On the put, I'm going to create a rule and buy. On the call side, it's still quite expensive. Hedges are still quite expensive. It's very strange. Okay, we'll add 660 if it goes below 2. That's it. Okay, in that spike, we did get a better price, but we had to risk off at 41. We could not take the risk of staying in that position. So it automatically shifted to 3150. So 45,500. So we are again at triangle, roughly 100 points on each side. Now we'll come closer if there's a move on either side. So if the market starts going up, the puts will come closer. If the market starts going down, the calls will come closer, and this will become 66. Because currently they're trading around 45, 40, 45. Right? So whichever leg comes closer, I want to make sure we don't immediately risk off. So yeah, I think let's make it 30. Okay, so far in all this up and down, we're still okay. Nothing much. We still have an hour, 15 minutes left in the market, so still too early to call. Okay, so we got some hedges. We'll try to add some more calls and see if I can. So now the position is balanced. Yeah. Okay, back to 46,500 hedge. If it's less than 1.75, we'll buy the 660 and then we'll square off the remaining this one. And in here we are at this, so I'm gonna exit this 900. Okay, we have some hedges here. I'm coming closer, taking benefit of the margin and protecting in case of there's a sudden crash also, right? So now I'm only 300 points away. So even if let's say the broker goes down or something horribly goes wrong, I know at least my risk is covered to a certain extent. So it works both ways to give you margin benefit and to protect in case there's a unexpected event where there's no way we can square up our positions or we're not able to connect to the broker, right? So since the hedges are now only 300 points away, I have a question. Okay, just looking at the market. Show me the why. Why is it? Hmm. I'm gonna add hedges up to 4,000. So keep some additional 400 if I need to add more quantity later stage. So okay, do I want to bring it closer at this point of time? 33? No, I want to make it 14. I'm gonna still wait. Is the up move really strong enough? I don't want to bring it closer so soon. I'm making it 16 right now. I'm okay. The MTM may go slightly lower, but coming closer to 45, 400 at this point of time could backfire a lot. So, not taking that risk. So, the reason price check is 3066 is it's not going to protect me right now. It's going to protect me when the move happens. So, currently, sorry, currently my protection is through price difference because what I'm saying is if the market keeps going up, I'm going to bring the puts closer. If the market goes down, I'm going to bring the calls closer. So that way, the other leg will compensate. The important point to notice when it comes closer, what is the price that I'm going to get? I'm going to get around 40. Right? Now, at that point of time is when, keeping that in mind, I've put in a price check of 66. Because if I get something at 40, I will risk it off when it goes to 66. So keeping the next move in mind is what I've done the setting. For the current, the price difference will take care of it. But after the adjustment, I may not get time. I may not be in front of the screen. So for that, I've prepared myself by keeping a price check of 66. Only when the adjustment happens, and then I'm safeguarding myself. Okay. Okay, I got these extra hedges. I'm gonna exit this. Right, so I got it. This is fine. Now we'll try to move even these closer to 1.75 and we'll make it. At this point of time, I'm gonna try and add some on the call side. Yeah, that's it. 300 quantity skew is fine. I could have done it through rules also, right? I'm just not doing it for now. I'll maybe have a rule of 45 500 when it's greater than 14, right? 45 500 when it's greater than 15. So, I'll get another 600 quantity in case if there's a up move again. On the put, I've already added myself, so I'm gonna just make it as 18 and 19. I'm doubtful I'll get it because I don't think so there's enough margin for it now. But I'm taking my chances. So the strong OI data is on 45 400. 44 400 500 is a decent writing on around 44 45 400. Puts on the other side is on the 44 300. So yeah, we'll have to be little mindful. So call is extremely cheap right now. It's 20 bucks at 44 400. Okay. So if the down move continues, this will automatically bring my calls closer. When it comes closer, it's going to be around 715 actually. So I'm going to make it 17 14.7. Yeah. So now even if it comes closer, which is fine. Okay, I don't have enough margin. What just happened? Okay, I'm going to exit 60 of these so that I have the margin required. This was at 45 300. Okay, it was trying to add. Okay, it was trying to add at 18 and 900. I didn't have enough margin, so there were rejections, which is fine. Okay, now if this continues, my puts are, yeah, my calls are coming closer. Fine. Now I'm at 14. No, I have to be at 70. Okay. Interesting day so far. We're just 50 points away from the spot on either side. Right? So I have to be very careful now because this will become a straddle. When this becomes a straddle, we're saying, yeah, 66 is fine. Or maybe 72 and 72. And make it 21. I'm not going to convert this into a straddle very soon. But we have still half an hour before averaging, so we play it a little cautiously. Cold. Increase the temperature here. Okay, so where are we? Okay, Okay, I want the hedges to come now. Let's see, where are the put hedges? Is it 405? Yeah, we'll make it 600 hedges. I'm gonna keep some margin so that the hedges are not rejected. And before I forget, I'm gonna make this as 4. Okay, we're still again around that support zone. If again a down move, the risk increases on the downside. I can't bring them closer very soon, so I think this is okay. Okay, last 1 hour left. Okay, so we got the hedges. That gives us margin. So in case if the this goes to 19 and 20, we will be able to get the benefit of the pricing and 600 quantity will get added. I'm gonna make it, I'm not gonna be very greedy, I'm gonna make it 18. 17 and 18. Now balance the quantity as well. Okay, so I think 17 we got 360, and then 18 we might get. I'll try at 19 as well. Okay, okay, there's not enough margin available, so which is fine. I'll try some from here. No. Okay, so we're quite balanced. Now the tricky part is if the up move continues and continues, it will bring only even 21, yeah, which is fine. Okay, so we're close to 2 lakh right now, so I'm gonna make this as 75,000 and we leave it at 150 because the last 1 hour left. Okay, let's see. So this is more like a scalping, right? We are going in and out. If it goes below 6, we are out. We just square off 660 quantity, and then if there's a reversal and this goes to 17, then it will sell again. That's all. Only if the rules are met. Right? So it's not that we are manually exiting and entering. We're just leaving it there in case if it so happens that it goes below 6. Okay, so it hasn't gone below 6, so that's why it's still there. If it goes below 6, I will it will square off 600 quantity, and then we'll try to add that quantity on the call side because the spike is there. Try to compensate by adding. Okay, very good move. Let's just look at what is happening. 33, 34, 6. Okay, we got 660. So I'm gonna, because it so happened that the put moved before the call, so put shifted and then the rule actually got triggered. So okay, so 72 is risky, but we are at a straddle now, so we'll have to do it at 55. Yeah, I think 55 makes more sense. The sum is almost 60. So I'll make it 58 and 58. Okay, now the tricky part. I'm gonna make 4,200. We'll try and add some on the put. How's the data looking? Hmm. Okay, last 1 hour left, less than an hour left now. This is where the trickiness comes in picture. Yes. Okay, let's remove this. Let's remove this. 200. Yeah, it's 200 points less. Okay, just bring my hedges closer to see if I can. Okay, 56.5. I'm not going to take a lot of this because we're sitting on a decent profit. Don't want to screw up the profit now. Okay, so the down move is a little scary. We'll wait for, I think we'll just add some more and then wait. Okay, so it risked off because of the down move. Add some more, that's it. Now we'll do 50% and okay, so I'm adding manually. That's it. Okay. Okay, now an up move. So, okay, this is brutal. Okay, I'm gonna make it 130 because of this. Okay, brutal up and down. What the hell is going on? Okay, I'm gonna just risk off for a while till 3 o'clock. There's no point playing with the market when it's so pretty easy up and down. 44, 456 जाएगा फिर से. Okay, great. Just risk off. I think there's no point fighting with the market in this condition. Okay, so 7 and 8. We're not coming closer. We are just gonna go away at 23 and 23. That's it. Because of this all up and down move, it's hurting a lot more. Okay, unnecessary. We took a almost 50, 60,000 hit with this up and down move. It's quite brutal. Okay, it's not gonna be the easy last half an hour looks like from the way it's moving. A complete M shape. Okay. We'll have to come closer again as the market continues. So maybe not before 3:30, sorry. We'll stay as is. I think it's not a small amount. You're already up 1.6%. Even if it close now, it's a decent. Yes, you can. In the 15-day plan, you can trade all expiries. Yes and no, right? So should I have exited at two? Mm, since I think the premiums are still okay. So the way I look at it, right? There's a 60,000, almost 60,000 on the table. Yeah. If I manage well and if the market stays between this range, I'm willing to risk 60,000 for the 60,000 at this point of time because there's still 40 minutes left. Right? So when I was at 2.4, going by that logic, at one point of time when I started, I was at 1.4, right? We did touch one momentarily. So it's just that I generally would not exit, I'll risk off, right? I would prefer risking off. I will exit if, yeah, there's a sudden crash and it's just out of control, then it would have exited, right? But I'll try to configure it in a way so that I can manage, right? Is what my style of trading is. But I think you're right, right? The best thing would have been to exit and then re-enter. Okay, so I'm just adding some rules in case of if it so happens, then I'll take. Okay, I'm gonna add some hedges and see if I can add more quantity. Okay, so market is going down. Oh, very good. Okay, last 7 minutes before averaging. So a decent. Okay, that's it. In here we have, yeah, this is fine. We get another 900 in case if there's a downfall. Okay, last 5 minutes before averaging. Let's see. We'll try and do this. We'll take some. 12, 13, 14, 15. If I'm able to get 11 is also fine. Let's, yeah, this is just fine. Okay, let's see what happens from now. Okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, and on the upside is fine. Four minutes into averaging, time for, okay, the market is at a very risky spot. That's where the danger is. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Okay. So it's a risky bet. The market keeps going down, then it's gonna be a good swing for me on the MTM front. Okay, I'm gonna just move 1/4 closer because I can't be betting so much on one side. Okay. At least now I'm balanced. I know this is Okay. Okay, so we got this at 34, 36 now. Now the tricky part. I don't want a reversal now. Okay. Huh? Okay, this is that is still too early to call. Okay. 42. Okay, so we got some hedges here. 100. Okay, so we have 5,900. Okay, we are into averaging. Okay, there's nothing left for me to squeeze in here. Because we've stayed below and above, it's been only 4 minutes, and this is still at 42. Okay, okay, this is there at candle. Okay, averaging is gonna be a tricky game today. Okay, wow, market is just going up, 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 up. Okay. It's been 6 minutes, no stopping. Okay. 24 points. This is uh, still 44. Averaging is coming around 44. 45. Yeah, average is around 30 right now. So now red candle will help. If the if the market stays above, only then it's been 8 minutes, right? So it's still very risky though, because average is around 45, 330, right? And the market has stayed above for a decent time. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, yeah, we're out. Okay, we exited at 75. What a crazy market. Okay, let's see if I can do anything about this right now. 400. Let's see. Mm, $6 around 4. Okay, let's. What an up move. Brutal. Okay, exit this. Okay, I took a gamble on the put side by buying it. 74. Where is the market right now? 74, 75. Wait. Wow. Refresh that. Refresh up. Okay, if this is a good red candle, I think we should be. Let's see. Oh, again up move. Wow. Okay. 50. This is market. Okay. But it's not over till it's over. So yeah, there's still some juice left. Okay, 15 more minutes left. And this is just not ending. Okay, one good red candle, and I think that should do the magic. No, no, not yet. Hmm? Yeah, 84, 85. Still roaming around. Refresh. Show me the chart. Chart, वो सब छोड़ दे अब, उसका कोई मतलब नहीं है. That doesn't mean anything. Just, yeah, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Yeah, okay. Show me the other one. Chart को लेफ्ट में और राइट में इसको. हाँ, yeah, that's it. Leave it, leave it. Yeah, just leave it. छोड़ दे. Yeah, that's it. In all probability, looks like it's gonna be a break-even day. But the market just not stopping here. Wow, मजेदार. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, last 10 minutes. I don't see any relief. Yeah, I don't see any relief happening now. Brutal up move. What a brutal up move. Do a refresh. Ah, God. Is this for real? Okay. Okay. We'll start selling. Okay. I should have stayed a little bit longer, but I was a little worried. This should go to 25. This is okay. Ending in a green is a big deal for me today. The way market is played out. It's brutal. We were up almost 2%, went down to minus 0.2%, and now almost ending at 63,000. And what a move in the last 1 hour. Okay. If we get this, we get this. 23. Maybe 20. Let's not be greedy. Let's just close it. Okay. You got to see Brutal moves today. Let's see. Fun to do live? Yeah, market did its magic. So you saw me as a buyer as, also. I think this is the first time I've done this in life where I converted my position into a buy, right? I bought puts and started managing that because selling was becoming very difficult. So, okay, I think I should have just exited this at, no, I'm gonna just do it at 18 or chalo. There's nothing left. 18 तो आ जाना चाहिए. Yeah, 18 should come. आ जा यार. 18 तो हो जाए एक tick. That's it. Done, 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 done. No, it's not gonna go 18. Yeah, it should 81, 17. Okay. Yeah, it should come to 18. Yeah, it should come to 18. I'm okay with 18. Even 19 is okay. But 18 is fine. Okay. So done for the day. 48,000, almost or 50,000. That's it. But a brutal day. From plus 2.2%, 2 point, almost 2.5%. We are 2.5%, right? And we saw minus 50,000 all the way, right? So that's how the market was, right? And uh, so I was able to show that you can do buying also, right? So what we did in the last 30 minutes is once the market just went up, 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 there was just the prices were all over, right? So I went and created rules to buy puts because puts were extremely cheaper at that point of time. Uh, had I known that the market is going to go another 100 points up, I would not have bought those puts as well. But hindsight, yeah, it's easy to say. But obviously, at that point of time, the puts at 28 were looking very cheap because the intrinsic value was quite a lot. And so, yeah. So that's when I went and bought puts. You should not trade after 250. Sir, you should see sometimes when I trade after 250, we captured 2%, 3% in the last 30 minutes. So market gives, market takes, right? It's like uh, can't fight every day, right? Not every day. It's so after three you can do direction. I'm not very good with picking up directions, so I try to stay with what. This is the first time, honestly speaking, uh, hand on my heart, I'm not lying. This is the first time where I've done buying in after 3 o'clock, right? And that too on a live. So yeah, you can see the power of buying, right? You can create rules and then buy. So yeah, thank you, Nikhil. Thank you so much for staying and looking at this. Uh, Not the ending that I was expecting. I had a target of 4%. Market had its own plans, right? So, but nevertheless, ending in green is a big achievement for myself, and especially because we did buying as well. Right? So, thank you. We'll try to do it more often. I think I'll try to do it tomorrow again for Nifty. Right? We'll see if we can do Nifty. Yes, rolling straddle is already there in live. I think people are using it now. I've used it today. Any other question? Yes, one hell of a market. It was crazy, Mohit. Yes, it was. It is not for the weaker hearts, for sure. Yes, sir. Green is good. Can't complain. Yes, it's very difficult to do it from the start of the day. We will try our best, but at least we'll try to do it even sooner. Okay? Maybe what I'll do is I'll at least post it in a comment saying that this is what I'm taking. This is the position. This is the configuration. Maybe we can do that in the with the subscribers to share because I may not be able to come live. Post averaging, how are you? So in the money options were telling what the price was, right? So when I bought the put at 28, right, I started buying puts at 28, 24, 25, 26. The intrinsic value at that time was 70 bucks, at 70 to 80. So my hope was that the market will stop going up the way I was not expecting a 100-point up move in the last 30 minutes, 150-point up move, honestly, right? If it had stopped, right, we would have touched four easily because we had 13,000 quantity of the puts, roughly around 18 to 28. And if it had closed at, let's say, 40, 45 also, we would have touched easily two, two and a half. Thank you, Vikasji. Thank you so much. I need a break now. And we'll see you again next time. We'll try to do one tomorrow. If not from the beginning, we'll try to do it after 11 for sure. Yeah. Thank you. I hope you had a good expiry. It was not as brutal as mine. Hopefully, you ended up in a decent green. And wish you all the best. We'll see you again next time. Thank you.